This is how to quickly ruin your life. Avoid failure. It's important to avoid failure and risk of embarrassment at all costs. When you have an opportunity to start a business, it's important to be realistic. 1 out of 5 small businesses fail, and you don't want to be just another statistic. Don't invest in the stock market because it always goes up and down and you don't know what's going on. Don't ask that girl out, she could say no. Just be content with what you have because you know what you have is safe. Get that BMW. Find your sense of self-worth from your car, from your house, from your daily Starbucks run, from your designer clothes. This is the key to a happy and fulfilled life. After all, you'll be able to make everyone around you think that you are successful. They don't have to know that the payments from the car and the house stress you out every day, or the insecurities that you're trying to cover up with impulse buys. And after all, it's better that way. They don't need to know. Realize that if a little is good, more must be better. If something makes you feel good, just keep doing it. If you buy a shirt and it makes you happy, even just for a few minutes, make sure you keep buying them until you can't fit them in your closet anymore. If one bowl of ice cream on the weekend is good, then having it every night before bed must be even better. After all, if one episode of Friends is good, binge watching a season in a weekend must be better. It's important that you do what makes you feel good right now. There is no such thing as too much, too many, or too often. Focus on money. After all, if I only had more money is a great way to postpone and avoid having intense self-examination and the decision-making necessary to create a life of enjoyment now and later. Instead of trying to fix the problems in your life, in your relationship, your own insecurities, focus on working more and burying all that down deep. Because if you just get a promotion, if you just get this business started, if you just move one more step up the ladder, all your problems will go away. Avoid all stress. We all know that constructive criticism, abusive bosses, and smashing your head against the wall are examples of bad stress, but it's also important to avoid any other forms of stress, even e-stress. This would be friends or role models who push us to succeed our limits, to try new things, to step out of our comfort zones where things just aren't safe. It's forcing yourself to do physical activity when you don't feel like it. You don't want to surround yourself with the type of people who give you possibly negative feedback on things that you are doing in your life. And instead, it's more important to be comfortable and just enjoy your life and surround yourself with other people who are okay with where they are at. Wait for the timing to be right. Dieting, saving money, or going to the gym all seem like great things to do, but it's important not to start any of those today, but instead, you want to wait until you have the perfect workout plan, the perfect money-saving strategy, the perfect diet. Just wait until you feel motivated and just start tomorrow. Stop growing. Realize that growth is overrated. Once you finish high school or college, stop reading books. Stop learning from other people. Stop learning from the mistakes and instead try to figure it out on your own. It's important here to not use tools like the sponsor of this video, Shortform. Just because Shortform has high quality guides and one-page summaries to a bunch of different nonfiction books on topics like communication, entrepreneurship, health, history, lifestyle, finances, motivation, and just because you can read them in 20 to 40 minutes or even listen to them in audio form does not mean that you should get them. Just because I've done it and it's really helped me out, because these summaries not only summarize the books, but also cross-reference them with other books and have no fluff in them, so it's just stuff that actually helps you. That doesn't mean that it would actually improve your life at all, which you're not even trying to do. For real though, if you guys want to check them out, you can get your first 5 days for free and a 20% discount on your annual subscription when you join Shortform with the link down below, or you can go to shortform.com/Gabe if you don't want to be like the person in this video. If you want to check them out, honestly, I use them all the time. Highly recommend. Get happiness from others. Try to please everyone all the time. If everyone is defining a problem or solving one way and it's not optimal and it's subpar and you think you know a better way, don't cause a scene, don't make a suggestion. Just keep your head down and follow the crowd. Fixate on immediate comfort. Forget about thinking about the long term. 10 years from now, after all, you could get hit by a bus. Instead, do whatever is easiest right now. Avoid things that might be difficult. Always take the avenue which leads to the quickest experience of ease, comfort, and peace. Avoid conflict, dodge the truth, and tell whatever lie is necessary in the moment. Allow past mistakes to define you forever. You know what you did. Everybody else knows what you did. No matter what you do for the rest of your life, allow your past mistakes to define who you are. Don't be a person who grows, moves on, or overcomes bad choices. Instead, give up and assume there is no good in your future because of something that you've done in the past. Believe that life is not fair. Your friends really do talk negatively about you behind your back. You're not able to move up in the world because there's evil rich people who are controlling things. Be certain that when they mispronounced your name at Starbucks, it was because they thought you were ugly and they wanted to insult you. And honestly, everybody who works there is just a jerk. No matter what you do, you're just unlucky and the cards are stacked against you. It's your family's fault. After all, it's your age, it's your gender, it's your sex. It's their fault. It's society that's holding you back. It's nothing that you did yourself. After all, it's always somebody else's fault, because if it was your fault, you would have to change your own life, and change is hard. Embrace pessimism. Always find ways to look at things in a negative light. Complain about having to go to work instead of being grateful that you have a job in the first place. Complain about your outdated bathroom instead of being grateful that you're not one of the 4.5 billion people who don't have a toilet in their home, or the one they have doesn't properly manage human waste. It's important to always look at the negatives in things. Instead of being grateful that you're able to afford a gym membership and your legs work enough to walk you through the door, think about the judgmental people in there and how much you don't like it, because that place honestly just smells. Believe that you just can't win at life and you can't make a change and start over. You can't succeed in your field, and know that in the back of your head, life just honestly sucks and people would probably be better if you weren't here anyways. This has been a guide to how to ruin your life. I obviously got this idea from Better Ideas, who's made a couple great videos on this. If you haven't checked those out, I'll leave a link down in the description. Awesome channel. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next week.